Hello, I'm Georgie Pitts, and I'm going to discuss the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg. General Robert E. Lee led his Confederate army into the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought July 1st through the 3rd in 1863. In and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, by Union and Confederate forces during the American Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was the turning point of the Civil War. Day 1 of the Battle of Gettysburg. Union troops took the field against 90,000 Union troops took the field against 75,000 Confederates. When the North opened fire, they killed more than half of the 13,000 charging Confederate soldiers in less than an hour. The Southern cavalry, which attacked the rear of the Union line, had also been contained. Confederate soldiers led by A.P. Hill went on a search for Shoe and Gettysburg, attacked by the Union troops. Confederates took control of the town of Gettysburg. Day 2 of the Battle of Gettysburg. General Lee retreated, and the deadliest campaign of the war was finally over. More than 57,000 American men were dead, wounded, or missing, including nearly a third of General Lee's Southern officers. Many historians agree that the Battle of Gettysburg was the most decisive turning point for the Union. Confederate soldiers attacked at an unprotected Union hill, known as Little Round Top. Union leaders sent Colonel Joshua Lee Chamberlain and his men to defend the Little Round Top. Because Chamberlain was running low on fuel, he ordered his men to attack the Confederate with fixed bayonets. This surprise attack left Confederates surrendering in droves. Day 3 of the Battle of Gettysburg. Lee had lost thousands of troops and officers that he could not replace, and he never attempted an invasion of the North again. The defeat also led to a sell-off of Confederate bonds, dealing a huge blow to the economy and more of the Southern population. Lee felt like he could break the Union defense because the Union weakened. Lee ordered an artillery barrage at the middle of the Union line mid-afternoon to see if he could find a way to defeat the Union. Northern artillery resumed its fire and crippled the Confederate attackers. Lee sent General Jeb Stuart forces to attack the Union General Meade's forces. Stuart forces were stalled due to a conflict with the Union forces led by Robert Gregg. The aftermath of the Battle of Gettysburg. The citizens of Gettysburg were faced with a daunting task of burying all the bodies. There were over 50,000 men that were dead or wounded. Most of the Confederate soldiers were left for dead on the field in the shallow graves for 8 to 10 years until Southern charity groups had most of the bodies taken away to cemeteries in the South. Lincoln agreed to come and say something for the soldiers. The Gettysburg Address was the name of the speech Lincoln delivered, talking about the war and equality. Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address in November 1863. There were more than 23,000 Union casualties and 28,000 Confederate casualties. Lee gave up hopes for invading the North and retreated back to Virginia. Lee turned in his recognition, but Jefferson Davis did not accept it. The North won the Battle of Vicksburg, May 18th through July 4th, in 1868. Demoralized by the defeat at Gettysburg, Lee offered his recognition to President Jefferson Davis, but he refused. Though the great Confederate general would go in to win other victories, the Battle of Gettysburg will forever turn the tide of Civil War in the Union's favor. Thank you for listening to my presentation.